Welcome to the Trail Skills Project website. This is a draft website that we're working hard on currently to take all of the effort we've put into the Trail Core competencies and give a shared community of practice website for those efforts and those resources to live. The Trail Skills Project is intended to be a platform that's open to all partners, managed by American Trails, but we're hoping that it's fully engaged in with all of the federal, state, and local land management agencies, as well as other nonprofit organizations. This homepage, for example, has a menu bar at the top where you can find trail professionals. That's essentially kind of a trail community map where you can search and discover different people in different fields that have the skills that you need, or trainers that are out there that you'd be able to request trainings from. We have a listing of trainings available, upcoming trainings. You have the ability to submit a training and find trainings by different trail types or different organizations. There's an area where you can click on and find the skills, and this comes directly out of our Trail Core competency effort and has all of the core competencies listed and different resources and trainings available. And then there's a section for the resources themselves. And these resources, the library will have all of the resources highly curated that we know about that can train people in the trails world. There will be a job board, and you can have different ways of searching for different resources. So if we wanted to go to the trail skills map, we would hit the browse the map, and it'll come up with a very highly developed mapping system where we can find people that have the skills that we need. And our first hit for stopping here would be to, either you can, up here, you can choose the zip that you want to go to. And right now we've kind of put in some dummy information for Portland, Oregon, which is where we are. But the next step is to choose the skill group that you want to look at. And for this case, we'll just choose trail construction. So we'll go to mechanized trail construction to see the available people. And that gives us, in the Portland area, we have 3 people that have indicated that they're skilled in mechanized trail construction. And once that happens, you have the ability to choose a skill level. Are you looking for an expert in the field? You can choose the experts and find the 2 that are listing themselves as experts. Or you can find experts and you can find the full performing people. Or you can find the entry-level people. So those might be the volunteers that are interested in coming out to serve on your trail. And then you can also sort those or filter those by whether you're looking for trainers specifically, or agency personnel, or professional contractors, or nonprofit organizations, or corps, or volunteers. And in many ways, you can choose, the types of people you're looking for. If you knew of a specific organization, you could click on that and type in the organization that you're looking for, like the U.S. Forest Service, and click on the Forest Services if that's of interest to you. And once we find somebody, we can click on them over here in the professionals, or click on them on the map, and it brings up their profile. And you can click on their full profile to find out where they live, if they have any upcoming trainings, and you can scroll down and find out the skill profile that's associated with them. So if this person would be an expert in most of the construction core competencies, with some full performance on specs and entry level on some of the lower ones. And you can scroll through, you can choose maintenance, you can choose project preparation skill levels, and leadership in the field, and really find out what's going on with this person. The other things that are down at the bottom is lists all of the trail types that this person has been associated with and what their role in the industry is. And that again gets back to the trainers and the contractors or the volunteers. If you had a profile as an expert, you can set yourself up. I did it for myself, so I'm currently logged in, and I'll just go through what my profile looks like. And you could go in and do this once this site is live. And I have a few upcoming trainings that I put in. If I've maybe recently gotten new training, I can edit my profile by clicking on this button, and I can change any of my details, like where I work and what my email or what my phone number is. When maybe I become a professional contractor in the accessibility world, I can click on that. And then if I wanted to, I can go in here and realize that I have new training in project preparation. And now instead of being entry level at corridor planning, I could click on myself as a full performing level person. Great. Now I'd like to move on to the trainings portion. For that, we have, like we said before, a multitude of ways to look through the trainings. We can just find the upcoming trainings by clicking on upcoming trainings. Once you've done that, you can either zero in on something by typing a keyword in here, like accessibility, and it'll automatically focus those. If you don't want to do it that way, you can also come over here into the categories and find a workshop um, in your area. You can find a summit or a festival. You can turn on whether it's a virtual training or not, and it'll zero in on the filtering that you put in here. And then if we move on to the next category of skills, by clicking the skills, we'll get a listing of all of the different skills that are available. So if I go into project planning and design and choose design, if I'm looking for skills in that realm, this is the page that corresponds to that trail core competency, the design core competency. Gives us our definition of what the competency is. It gives us a bit of a breakout, like what's an entry level performance in that competency, what would be a full performance, and what would be an expert performance. It gives us the top resources that we have in our curated database. And then this is really nice. It gives us the trainings to improve upon that skill. So all of the trainings that are happening that have design clicked as one of the competencies will show up for you. And then if you're looking for somebody with expertise in that area, this gives us a smattering of the people that have that expertise in design. So this is kind of the general overview of the skills, and each skill will have a page very similar. One thing I did also want to show you is the resource library. If you go into our resource library, and you'll get kind of a quick shot of all of the resources that are in there. If I want to explore one of our resources, I can click on the Equestrian Design Guide book, and it'll tell me all of the competencies that resource addresses. It'll tell us a summary and an overview, tells us what types of trails are covered by the guidebook. In this case, it's equestrian. And I think that provides us with a pretty thorough overview of the functionality of this website. Some of the things we're building out, for example, is we are developing a job board that is being built right now. We're developing an agency-specific area. A lot of our federal land management agency partners are finding that they have very specific training needs and resource needs, and we want to build out a platform for them as well.